2026, and the events that will occur, we're still not sure what will happen. Many police will feel the relief that they can do whatever, they can be trigger happy on the streets, kill people. After all, we'll just compensate them, and no one will be held to account.
First of all, good morning to everyone. Allow me to pass my greetings to everyone. And Fred, you've asked something that is very sensitive and actually my worry as well. To be honest, when we make it like it's a normal thing, this is something that is going to continue. And I beg to differ with him that, you know, the people who are shot were not only goons, actually. Many people got shot who are innocent protesters, including myself. I went to protest, okay, not on the June 25th, but in August 9. I was also shot at, you understand? So I was lucky to survive, and I'm happy, and I'm grateful to God. But at the end of the day, it happened where we were simply exercising our constitutional right, and nobody paid us. I'm a hardworking Kenyan, I'm a business owner. I mean, I felt that it's my right to go and protest something that, you know, we all felt that would change our lives completely, you know, and make things so much difficult as it is. We're in a situation where, you know, we just hand to mouth, trying to barely make ends meet, and then, you know, all of a sudden you hear there's a finance bill, and, you know, the things are ridiculous. And when you look at the position of the government at that time, people were displaying so much opulence, you know, wearing hundreds of millions worth of watches, you know, flying around with helicopters, like, you know, they're just taking Ubers. So to be honest, every Kenyan had that zest to come out and just, you know, express their frustration, because we are suffering on this end, yet we're seeing, you know, the most lucrative career at this point in time would be being in the government. So to be honest, people came out without, you know, fear, without being paid and everything, and it was a very good protest. You know, I ended up meeting some of my friends and everyone. It was a proper protest where you actually meet people you were with in high school, you know. This was an organic protest, you understand? But later on, of course, things changed, and I was one of the witnesses. I saw how things changed around 3-4 p.m. where now goons came in and broke into City Hall and started doing a lot of chaos and all that. So, of course, people with bad intentions came and overrode that. But it's a traumatizing effect, Fred, let me tell you. I strongly support commemorating this day, because it was not a normal day in Kenya. It was a day in history where, you know, Kenyans came out the largest in numbers, and this should have been a call to the government that something is not right, and, you know, action would have been immediately taken, you know, like in a constructive way. But around 3-4 p.m. when we heard that Parliament was stormed, you know, like it was a moment of few minutes of freedom, to be honest. Many of the people were celebrating. I wish you were there to see it in the middle of the street, throwing tissue up in the sky, celebrating that, you know, finally maybe they actually removed what was in their heart, you understand? Only to hear that, of course, you know, the army was released against its own citizens. So we lost lives. Sadly, Rex was shot just meters away from where I was, and, you know, someone came running backwards and said, they just shot this guy, you understand? 3 people were shot at the same time. That was the first killing that started happening. And could have been me, could have been my cousin, could have been my friends that were all there. You know, it was just not our day. Families lost lives. The mothers were, you know, crying out for justice, number one. Accountability. They all come together where there's justice for them, and there's also accountability for the people who committed these crimes. These are crimes, Fred. We see it on live video, man. The guy is just shooting someone, and literally there's no threat. The guy is just going in to enter a car, and he just decides, let me just shoot this guy out before I go. You understand? And it's all on tape, Fred. It's all on tape. So to be honest, it's very sad, and if we don't take action, what's coming next is scary.
Do you anticipate any action will be taken against any police officer? If at all, 2 years later, it's only about one case before court?
if not in this government, the next government, at the end of the day, justice will prevail. At the end of the day, we have to get justice. If this is not done, this will be a repetitive issue moving on to the future. It might even end up in a worse situation.
Do you feel the compensation plan is enough? You talked about mothers still crying for the lives of their children.
It's not enough. Like we've had lawyers, like Senior Counsel Orengo, you know, Governor mentioned very clearly that he goes to court for such normal cases and it's 20, 30 million normally at a normal scale. So if you're giving someone 2, 3 million, you know, I mean, as much as even 30 million is not worth a life lost, but we should peg it around the same amount that is normally given. You understand? Like an average of what compensation is given for a normal crime. This is a normal crime. So let's do an average and see why are people getting in the courts 20, 30 million, but yet in this form of compensation where people were not even committing a crime and they are supposed to be compensated duly. Why not give them the same amount, number one? Number two, if you look at the respected leaders going to visit these families, you understand? Like at Linda Mwananchi, we have been really working with these families, you know, like we've visited these families, we've gone for the funerals, we're in touch with some of these families. You know, that's what we expected from the government. You understand? We can do it on behalf of the people, but to be honest, we have to make sure that these people are given justice, accountability, and also make sure that there's an apology and a strategy, most important, so that it doesn't happen again in the future.
Yes.
Why can't we have protests organized the same way we've organized the marathon? Yeah. You know what I mean? Where we don't even have armed police. You understand? Just guiding us and making sure everything is going the right way.
One of the cartoons on the dailies today says, it's the one on the Standard, talks about some 49 people have been shot dead by police this year, according to the latest data from Human Rights.